Hi, welcome to Shepherd's Coffee Talk. Great subject, talking about vacations and some ideas.
Even if you're not going traveling, just listen to what
Yes.
Sheila has to say. You'll feel like you're
Live
having
vicariously through it.
I love to live vicariously through Sheila. She's always got some great adventures on the go. So today we want to talk about getting away from it all. Whether you want to go and flop somewhere, you want to have a little bit of adventure, or you want to take on a challenge. Sheila's got some great ideas. And if you're traveling with somebody, great. And if you want to travel alone, she's your person. So let's talk about where we can go to just
Flop.
do nothing.
Sure. And it's funny you say that because I kind of break them in holidays into two main categories. And one is the fly and flop holiday. So you're actually getting on a plane, you're flying away, you're going to a beach, and you're flopping. So you're not really looking to interact or learn that much about the destination, although if you do one day, that's fine. But it's all about relaxation and rejuvenation. And in Canada, a lot of us like to get away in January, February.
Yes.
So those are very popular sun destinations.
What are some new hot places to go to? Because we know about the traditional
Right,
ones.
and
but
some
is
of
there
them are a
new
little
one?
bit not so popular anymore,
Yeah.
like where we used to go back in the day. So let's talk about, new ideas,
Yeah,
fresh.
I mean, the typical spots like Cuba, Dominican, Jamaica, Mexico, they're still very popular. But more and more people are looking for something slightly different. And Anguilla remains a favorite destination of mine. It's a sun destination that is only 3 by 14 miles big. It is tied to the British, it's a British overseas territory. It has no cruise ships because it's so small. It doesn't have chain hotels. It doesn't have fast food restaurants. So if you want a more boutique-y sun destination, it's a really wonderful spot to go. And some of the best beaches in the world. It's just off the coast of St. Martin, so that is a wonderful spot. Other places that are still very, very popular, Hawaii, certainly, Australia, getting a lot of people who want to go a little further afield to visit some of those destinations.
And a good time of year to go because it's summer on the other side of the world right now. So
It's always a good
get
time to
away
go
from
to
it all.
to Hawaii
Now,
and
what
Australia.
about a little bit more adventuresome?
A little bit more in terms of sun or some activities?
Just activities. Okay, a vacation to get away from it all, but feel like you've done something.
If you still want a sun holiday that has an element of adventure, certainly you could look at somewhere like Belize or Costa Rica. And I work with my clients to figure out, first of all, where they've been before, what they enjoyed, what they're hoping to do. The thing I really say to them is, well, what memories do you want to bring back home?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because that really focuses the mind pretty quickly and it gets you thinking, how do you want to spend your day? Do you want to get up and just have nothing to do and read a book, or do you want to actually get out and go hiking? And you can have like a little bit of hiking, or you can have a full day of
You
hiking.
can go see the sloths. Costa Rica.
You can certainly have that combination of stuff. And there are some folks who want to do cooking holidays, for example.
Yeah, that's fine.
You can do a food tour. One of my partners I work with a lot specializes in food tours. So you can do a foodie tour of Italy, or you could do a foodie tour of Vietnam.
So what does that look like? I mean, do you stop in like some Guide Michelin restaurants and show cooking demonstrations and sleep in little inns, or?
There would be, if you think of the continuum, there would be a range, and it would depend what style of travel you wanted to do. If you wanted to do a land tour, that typically is moving around from place to place. If you're going on Italy food tour, for example, you'll travel to a couple of different destinations. There would certainly be 5-star experiences that would give you an option to have a Michelin star experience, but then there would also be some that might take you to a farmhouse. So you're learning how to make pasta. And then you might go to another spot in Italy and try, some Chianti or something like that. There would be different ranges. You could do a land tour, but you could also do a cruise. There are some of my cruise partners that really specialize in a food experience, and they would have cooking classes on board, so you can learn to cook.
Sure. And you only have to unpack one time.
You only have to unpack one time.
I like that a lot. Vietnam sounds interesting too. A food tour in Vietnam.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. Quite a range of experience. And then for the folks that are even more active or have maybe an interest in wildlife, Galapagos always is a fantastic experience. I just had 3 solo ladies come back So I'm always looking out for offers for solo travelers as well. But Galapagos is one of those spots one of my clients that just came back said she loves science, she loves nature, she has that bend anyway, but she didn't realize how much she was going to enjoy it till she was there.
course.
So she
That's
came
up her
back.
alley.
Wow.
She said it was the best vacation she's ever had.
Oh my goodness, doesn't that feel good?
Yeah,
And I mean, there's something for everybody. I guess we just have to be
Yes.
open. You know, if we don't know much about travel and we don't know what's available, that's why someone like you is so helpful. So for solo travel, travelers, you know, women who, like a lot of people coming on came on the river cruise with us, looking for adventure, looking for something they can do on their own. Do you have some suggestions?
Sure. And one of the things I do is meet with solo travelers. We've certainly done it here at Shepherd's, and I have other gatherings where I bring people. Some folks are looking for company to travel with, and
Right.
some just want to not pay the solo supplement, which can be 200%
Okay.
on a cruise.
Okay.
So I find ways, I track offers. If someone's looking for a cruise, you know, Silver Sea might have 10 to 25% instead of 100%. Oceania has some 25% solo supplement right now, Regent. So I track those, so if someone is solo and looking for an offer that's not going to have the 200%,
You've got their best interest at
have
heart,
that.
you're watching.
And river cruising is really good too. I track the river cruises that have solo, some of them have solo supplement waived completely. And river cruising is very good for solo travelers because it's not like an ocean cruise. You can have up to 6,000 people, of
Yes.
course. And a river cruise, the biggest ship is only 190 people.
Right. It's
more
So it's
intimate.
more intimate. You get to meet people, and you don't feel like I have to go to dining and sit by myself at 6
Right.
o'clock. You know, people. There's no assigned table, so you go and sit and you meet different people.
And you don't have to navigate from the port to wherever you want
Yeah.
to go visit. to.
Exactly.
Are there some new rivers that they're discovering now? Not discovering, but cruising down that they hadn't before?
The Danube and the Rhine are certainly
Yeah,
the most
it's been
popular,
around a
especially
while,
for
yeah.
people who haven't cruised before. There are more river cruises that are getting a little bit more popularity or getting more interest. Like I did an Amazonian river cruise in Peru last year. That's totally different. But also the Mekong, right? Or Chobe in Africa, or China, the Yangtze. So there are so many different other options besides Europe. Certainly Europe. The Douro has really come on as being popular through Spain and Portugal.
Wow.
So there are the typical ones and the
Yeah.
historical
Right.
ones that have the most
But
interest.
if you've done
but
those,
there
Yeah.
are
and you want
others.
another adventure.
Yeah, how about the Volga River in Russia, right? You know, there's lots of options. If you like that kind of travel, and you've done the main two, there's still lots.
Right, and a different way to view the world too.
Exactly.
You know, cruising down a river, amazing. Sheila, you're always so full of great ideas. Thank you very much.
My pleasure, it's fun.
Nice to dream along with Sheila.
I wonder how many Mondays it is till spring, though. Stand by.